the approach early on. I do like the fact that Envy is getting a little bit more aggressive, just kind of just a tinge of entertainment for us.
Damn,
mainly,
2-2, they won
but
that gun
also
round.
it's a good chance
Nice,
Envy
very
were
nice.
Quite quiet throughout that last map for very good reasons. We didn't see too many outstretched plays, as we were actually kind of accustomed to seeing from Marv under phase at least, so we could see them a little bit more. However, this round is going to be a little bit different. T1, of course, they have the SMGs, they have more than enough util, and they're going to be able to mow down their opponents. Sully, it's only 2 players left.
Curry's Trailblazer gets a kill as well. That 30 damage
Yeah,
coming in pretty clutch. FNS still sitting around the smoke, takes a good bit of damage off of the Viper as well, but he sits.
Oh no.
He's at least good for the first frag, but it really wasn't going to be much in that 2 versus
Is KO
5
banned?
Envy.
Yeah,
Not
you
able to
can't
get
play
one
KO
shot,
right now.
only a single
You'll see
frag
KO in the
banned.
next
It's not too big of a deal.
next
as T1
qualifier.
give credits, they can
Yeah.
bonus up here in Envy. They will have their buy back, but T1 are going to be looking to keep this one as close as possible, right? Remove guns as best you can.
Is Scott
And
still
Envy
living
are
with
gonna
you?
pick the
No.
side again. We've seen a lot of pressure from Marv in particular, and how much kind of lurking power he wants to do. There's that Trailblazer kill, but now with the guns in their hands, you can expect to see Marv kind of maneuvering around the map and looking to take early engagements. We'll see what happens here as T1 are switching up the tempo a little bit. Curry's going to send in early Guiding Light to get info into showers, and it looks like the focus might be towards the A side here early on.
Man, I just like how goofy. I just love how goofy how it actually looks when it actually kills someone. It's kind of that lunge forward
smoke.
and that bounce back from the body.
Has anyone played Breeze yet? Yeah, Xset, dude. Xset versus
Goofy, though. There's at least this
Dark
ultimate,
Zone.
Really nothing funny about it. It's gonna be Envy very closely nades over toward that back line.
Now he's gonna pick up the smoke. He's gonna throw it where Tim is.
This is a good retake.
Yeah, a really big util dump, at least from T1. And
think?
now they've used a good
Yeah, he's
chunk
gonna
of
throw
it
it right
Paranoia,
there.
Nade, Seekers going in. Envy have got a pretty good advantage. They have that wall to utilize as well in the middle of that site, but so do T1, and they're going to throw theirs up early. Skadoodle up top looking for an advantage. With the lesser guns, the key thing is here, try and close the gap as best you can and play the numbers advantage.
They all have spec trees, so this is gonna be kind of hard.
Over towards U-Haul, still trying to get as close as possible. Skadoodle gonna be able to get a kill onto FNS. Nice 3-man swing from Envy right in the middle of sight to try to overwhelm. And Crashies is gonna be able to get a big kill, but the defuse is going in. Nobody stops it. Nobody's gonna be able to stop the defuse. And what a setup in the middle of sight as Envy takes it back.
It's that paranoia that Marv threw that completely disrupted that U-Haul stack from T1. They were really banking on those 3 players being able to swing and taking that fight onto the spike planner, but no, Envy. They disrupt it with 1 paranoia, sticking it amongst the smokes. There's just so much confusion, and 2 players kind of just puppy guarding Victor, ensuring that he gets the spike defusal. Envy will pick up the first round, but it's not without casualties. 2 Spectres downgraded, and that was T1's bonus, so now they've got their buyback.
Yeah, it's not that big of an issue for Envy, though. Good job just maintaining their players alive, just winning out that last little battle, because T1 could have honestly been in the advantage going into this round, because after the spike was defeated...
What sucks about having a bonus round like that and having 5 spec trees is that
Actually pretty efficient.
one rifle could have very... Like, if Tyler had a rifle up on that spot where he was, like, where he TP'd up top looking over the smoke, if he had a rifle, he could have killed one right off the rip, and that could have changed a lot. But he had a spec tree, which kind of is poo-poo.
Paranoia set up here for Skadoodle to allow... Ooh, maybe not.
I don't mind one or 2 upgrades on the bonus. Everyone using spec trees is kind of bad. Amo.
Space to work with. A counter nade goes in, but Mummy's not shying away from the fight, but maybe he should have. He fights the bullet against automatic. 2 players back over towards the B side, and T1 fully focused. Crashies gonna creep his way through and look for maybe a trade frag.
Ooh, little dink.
Crash is going for a little bit more. So down to just about 12
He didn't know it was coming because of the paranoia. That's good.
Still decent position from Crashies, but nobody was really there to try to support him. Look at this approach, though. Curry wants full control of your elbow, and he runs right into the crosshair, Victor. That's unfortunate. Consider how slowly Curry was going and how dry that was. No utilization of the flash.
Oh my
no,
god!
What? The showstopper
Brax died for this round. He killed the guy that was he was about to fly in there, and the nade got him. But still, he died for the smoke. He died for the round.
This one's quite tough because Skadoodle is just gonna hold on to this cubby. Watch out for Marv though. The smoke is about to dissipate, and he goes right through Skadoodle. Has him right in the middle of his crosshairs. 3-1. and T1 certainly not losing out on any of their momentum.
Yeah, you wanted Marv to use that paranoia that it was
Way to go, Brax. Way to go.
Hold on to because there was no A pressure. But he doesn't. He just goes in for a dry swing, and Skadoodle was able to catch him off guard. So Envy, not the best starts again. They had that again, that third round win to cancel out the bonus from T1. And here, T1 bounced right back.
Do you think the second round meta is going to change? Well, I just think the bonus round, I just think less people, they're not doing it now, but I think less people are going to start, they're going to stop buying so many Spectres. Like the Bulldog and Guardian are accessible on those rounds, and they're very, very good, and they carry over into the next, right? I think you're going to see more of a mixed buy when people win pistol. You'll see a Guardian. You'll see a Bulldog, maybe 3 Spectres or 2 Spectres, 1 pistol, and that pistol will upgrade when they win the round, like shit like that. That's what I think you're going to see more, rather than 5 Spectres. I think people are doing 5 Spectres because they're used to it, but... That was sick! What the heck?
Off that swing. He abandoned ship after the trade attempt. That is so clean.
Now they're just going to reset back. The showers pressure. Marv is still sitting and waiting, but he's only got a pistol, and he still is going to never kill.
Can't lose those, but he was you know what happened there? He was probably calling something. It looked like he was thinking about something, so he was probably talking, calling something for the team. And then he's like, oh, fuck.
Oh, Mummay on top of the boost. Oh, the pings. He gets Dawn right through the orb. And Mummay, is he still going? And he still has the judge? He had no opportunity to actually pick up a rifle or two. This could actually still
He's going to alt TP back.
A couple of players over towards that back line. There's one right in the middle of sight that could definitely catch up. And there goes Brax. There goes that Hunter's Fury. The Hunter's Fury is not going to connect. Brax is still watching out for that.
Check your alts. That was pretty obvious.
An outrageous
Brax done. Too far, man. Too far. Tyler's not going to win this. No way.
Got the Hunter's Fury up, but now he needs 2 kills, and only with 4 HP. Not a lot to spare in this situation at all, and he only knows where 1 is. He's going to take the peek. No, instead dances around the Radiant box, and that's where he rests. 2 to 3 for Envy on an eco round, essentially. T1 nearly had a crazy outplay from Skadoodle, but unfortunately, with that low HP...
Why play Astra on split, but Omen on bind?
It's Envy that have a second round.
Probably because of something you just saw right there. Exactly right there. Tyler's used Omen pretty well because every single round he's... Or not every single round, but most of these rounds he's TP'd on height somewhere. So bind isn't bad because you could TP on truck, you could TP on the U box, you could TP on the elbow box, and then you can do those portal fakes with the TPs. You can do fake TPs. You know, jump in the portal, TP out, shit like that. Omen on this map is acceptable, in my opinion, because it's also tight enough to the point where you throw paranoia, you're gonna be good for a flash or 2.
Nice fake flash, Curry. Hoping that he could catch someone with their pants down. FNS, very smart to call up the snake bite to delay this push. Free orb picked up though. Seekers nearing completion, but it's slow. Envy not really willing to take any early kills, or at least any early engagements that might result in an early death. And well, the clearance of the hookah isn't going to last for too long. Envy, it's very quiet from T1. They were working away at that showers control, trying to sell some kind of fake, and now Envy effectively, who have no control towards showers, have to respect that, and that's why we see them keeping 3 players here. But this hookah control, at least from Mummay, could be massive. The wall will break and decay eventually, and that might create a burst in an opening for Envy, or apologies, for T1 to walk into the site, as again, they have pistols, they have a showstopper in their back pocket. Oh, what a ping.
Yeah, no, that ping is so huge. Mummay at one point just wasn't anticipating an approach, but now we finally see it. Oh, okay, the recon bolt goes out. And
oh
my gosh! Automatic! Collapse! And now
that was
sick. Victor coming in at the exact same time, getting 3 kills. Oh my god, that was so sick for
if only
just didn't see from his perspective. And Brax is still going in, guns a-blazing, getting another headshot right onto Victor. Still one.
If only someone was watching spawn right there.
Who will most likely
gets another 1D, round's winnable. I mean, it's still a very good round.
We might have to start
brought it down to 2.
About this round going deeper, but no, it will not happen. It's going to be Marv taking down Brax. Now, folks, for those that didn't see the kill feed when we were reacting, That was a Sheriff Collat, Sully.
And it was completely random because he wasn't even intending for collateral. He just took the fight to Crashies.
Ethan just DC post plant, lost around.
Somehow finds Mummay in the back.
Down to how this defense is played.
It didn't amount to
know,
That sucks.
Envy able to confidently tie things up. Well, I say confidently, but they only had 2 players walking away with that, so maybe a little bit scrappy. Still, though, the operator for Mummay, that is a big game changer. They've moved now the Viper FNS back to the B site. Mummay in his place is going to take towards long. He sees nothing. They feel nothing. And early on, with that information off the guide,
it's a good ult.
Shown, Envy FNS is going to drop out the early Viper's pit for control.
So they got a lot of good info there. They know nobody's playing hookah, and they know somebody's inside that's Viper ult, obviously, because it's Viper, but they're not sure about Sova, but they know they have all of hookah.
They're thinking about hookah at the moment, but it's just a complete lack of info. They actually need to make that approach ASAP, and indeed they do. They finally have hookah set up, and now they can finally explode onto site. It's just long that they have to deal with. Automatic trying to find a way. It's going to be FNS and Marv both getting kills. Curry and Automatic at the exact same time, getting themselves combined 3. And as the dust subsides, everything is even. Sully at a 2v2. The Seekers go out at the same time, and Envy are out and away to the site. They have no way that they can get back.
So they know one's spawn and they know one's long.
But finally, the plant is in. Mummay still has that op. Has the op. Bought the op at the beginning of the round. They have no idea that Mummay has this. There's still a player over towards long that they have to deal with, but this crossfire is purely based over towards CT. But Mummay still approaches with a kill onto Automatic. Curry now on a 1v2 with only 55 HP. Still has some flashes too that he can use, but has no clue where his opponents are. He has finally isolated things back over towards elbow. He's just holding on to this corner. Mummay going in for the wide swing. Curry getting pressured over towards long. Marv finally going for the wide swing.
I thought he was going to use his flashes. You got 2 birds.
Sully. It's going to be Envy taking away a 4th round.
Oh,
close, right?
Half a second.
Close.
Half a second. If Curry was able to live for a split second longer, it would have been a T1 round. But Envy, these rounds, they are just so close. T1 able to somehow scrap their way back into.
I know why he didn't use the bird. He didn't use the bird because he didn't want to get caught with the bird out, right? There's an awkward timing there where that was really bad from Envy because Mummay swung wide too early and then Marv was far behind him. So Curry was thinking, all right, well, they're going to be hip to hip, getting ready for the trade. So he killed the one and was already instinctively, all right, where's the second? But the second never came, so he could have flashed. Obviously, right, he could have flashed, but he was waiting for that second. He was waiting for the insta trade, and then by the time he thought about throwing a flash, he didn't want to get timinged. So he's like, fuck it, gun out. So that's not really his fault. Like, I understand that kind of that type of play because that happens all the time. That was bad spacing by Envy to cause him to have bad timing with pulling out the flash or not pulling it out, rather.
But he holds. He waits. Bides his time. He doesn't take the early fight. Crashies cheating through the elbow smoke. Or apologies, the Viper wall towards elbow. And it's great timing for Envy. Marv tossing a great dart cover towards long, buying even further time. And kind of just making this a super hard exit for T1 to work into.
Yeah, this is very low util usage, and they want to maintain it low. They have a Viper's Pit for that post plant, which there they could definitely expend whatever util they want. But even then, they're just holding it up slow. And finally, they're able to burst. And Sully, they're throwing everything at Envy. Dawn gonna be able to get a kill back. Skadoodle with a ghost train back FNS. But it's still 2 kills back to back.
But he could have flashed when he heard Mummay starting wrapping around for info. But he didn't know that that was Mummay. He didn't know. He knew that there was a guy spawning. He knew there was a guy flanking. He didn't know which one that was. That's why that was a good play by Envy.
Ends up getting paranoid out. And TP back into elbow where Curry is there to get the kill. Oh my word.
Like, you guys know, but you got to think about the player. You got to think about what he knows, the information they know, not what you guys know. Two very different things.
Oh no, it's gonna be the Hound going out first, and
eco. I didn't even see what happened, I'll be honest.
But just kind of depending on the Hound, it works. Sully, the word on your screen, it says thrifty for a reason. It was an eco.
Envy, dude, they are just not having it on this B side. 3 players, but they can't get anything to delay this push. T1 and allow the util to come out from Envy. Cut noise, and then a quick burst play. We saw like 4 things just fly across the site.
Yeah.
A recon bolt, a snake bite, I think a sky flash as well, and then the snake bite as well to add to it. So they were very prepared.
Omen paranoid up long. That's, bro, you're proving my point.
Just in case they feel pressure from that showstopper, but nothing. Victor looking instead down towards mid. Hasn't revealed as to who he is, or at least what agent is taking that early fight. And T1
Right.
kind of respecting that. They don't want to walk into any early pistols, but it is going to be at least crashies who slips through the cracks and maybe has an opportunity with this close range frenzy.
Yeah, they've just completely abandoned B. Just off of this one crash. He's playing crash. He can't go anywhere,
Almost.
dude. He's just absolutely done for. Shock dart in the middle of his face. Nade going in 2, but Envy is still committing
almost got
to
the
an
one.
A-hold. This could be. This is simultaneously like 50 IQ and like
Yeah,
1,000
so-
IQ at the exact same time. Let's see it slowly. I mean, they might as well. T1 is slowly making their approach as we speak with just about 50 seconds left.
Yeah, I think T1's idea was that with that one kill on the
Oh
crash,
my
they might
God, that
make
was-
a rotation and automatic. Dismantling
That timing,
the
he almost got
defense,
fucked.
Despite there being a stack, it wasn't really going to work out. There's a res available though, however, if they can get a kill in the wall up. So they're actually pretty split apart here, and there's a free revive for a 3v3, and that's the showstopper back in line. That's the key play here. They still have Curry left over towards Showers. There's the TP, there's the play, there's the fight, and nothing really working out here for Envy as they immediately fall back to Gaze site.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh,
literally
he got
full committing
away!
is all that these guys can do at the moment. Victor just trying to chase Brax, and Brax is somehow escaped and away. He's stuck up in the corner. Victor just trying to hard clear everything that he can hard clear. Finally finds Brax and finally is going to be able to get the kill. Gets the headshot. Curry coming up from behind over towards bathroom. Could be able to make a little bit of a short flank. Skadoodle, oh no! Trying to play cheeky with a gap of the smoke. Or potentially just peekaboo with that smoke dissipating, but wasn't able to get anything. So instead it's just that kill back.
Huge.
Skadoodle gets himself a second. Now it's only a 1v2. The showstopper is still...
Oh,
no, the showstopper
well
is
played.
gone. Victor can't get anything. And 2 players survive for T1. It was
Good
very
recovery from T1.
laborious
Oh my God, that
hold.
was almost so
Marathon
bad
of
for
that,
them.
But it worked.
Yeah, Envy with that A-side stack really disrupting the T1 play. And then taking the TP. I thought that's where maybe Victor used
No.
that showstopper, but holds on to it. Unfortunately, doesn't get any value out of it. Mummay at a revive all for naught. And T1 currently holding a pretty solid lead, right? Up by 1 round with the credits as well in their favor. So a lot of things leaning to their side. But Envy, with this buyback, they need to win this round to at least disrupt this first half and not give T1 that same advantage that they gave them on split with an 8-4 start. So Envy, this is the round where things need to change. A very deep wall coming out from Mummay to at least hold down Showers.
Yeah.
But it's T1 that are respecting. This is the gameplay they've gone for. This is what they did with Dazed on the lineup, is when the util came out, let them have it, let it all dissipate, and then we'll retake an exec site.
And I think we may have to look at a retake mentality here for the B site. We have 2 players stuck up in hookah, real close.
Oh, wow.
And, oh no, the snake bite's not going to do anything. And not only that, but they have
Well
all
done.
the pings in the world.
Cleared
They get that
left.
Information from the
They
back
cleared
side of
left, the
site,
dart hit
and just
right,
like that, this
one
site
guy
could
jumped out,
potentially be
and then
wide
the other
open.
one was just
They have
stuck
no idea yet.
with the
Finally,
ult.
automatic
Just had to
through,
face it.
taking down FNS. So one person
Ooh.
in the back of sight, marved with a headshot position, going to be able to take down automatic.
What
Still
are
a
you-
one-man advantage,
Oh my
2-man
God.
advantage.
He's trying to be
now
an
for
equalizer.
T1 as they take the B site, and they're going to
Respectable.
that spike plan.
Respectable.
There's
If he
nothing
got that
for
one,
Paranoia on a guiding light.
he could have equalized it.
Got no chance they're going to hold that off. A late guiding light just to check for any long presence. This has to be a 6th here from T1. No way they let it slip through, but it's the 2 best, the duelist, Mummay and Victor. One approaching up towards the long side, and nobody is looking. Nobody's really looking in this direction. He has a chance, and he's got Victor. Or apologies, he's got Skadoodle.
He wasn't looking.
First blood is drawn on this retake, but there's another trade back from Brax. And yeah, Victor in the 1v3, he's good, but unfortunately, I don't think he's that good. He still get one.
He was
That's
like,
just
hold up,
as
I have a chance?
Yeah, that's another fadeaway nade that we've seen Victor just nail. I don't know. Is it like something with Victor at the moment that like when he's desperate, his nades just hit just right? He's good with fadeaways, man. He's good in the clutch. Hitting some dimes.
Yeah, there's a lot of viewers for this qualifier.
Left. They don't exactly have
I'm
time,
genuinely
so
shocked. People
just about 2K to 3K in the bank, and they have
people are getting into it.
For this
They're getting into it.
Especially with these last 2 rounds, you want to hopefully get the best buy possible for the remaining of them, and this is unfortunately all they can get. 3 sets of light shield, 1 on a Spectre. Victor, the only one who was the only one that saved from that last round. He's the only one with a decent or full buy, I guess you can say. Envy. 2 rounds left to play in this half. You cannot
aggro short.
That 8-4 lead, and they're going aggressive down A short. They want the early info. The Viper's wall is all they're banking on, that nobody's fighting towards showers, and they've got the info.
This should work well for Envy.
Here for T1, so if Envy want to keep on pushing these 3 players, Marv, Victor, and FNS, it could be perfect. And crashies is just.
This should work really, really well for Envy. They have no idea.
They're gonna try and anchor this site.
That's probably the weirdest color.
The danger of this, though, is if the flank gets spotted too early, they could TP.
It's the Viper wall over and long, just adjusting up for time, and I do like this Seeker's play solid.
There it is.
Clearing out at least one position.
So now look at the map.
Wow.
Now they actually have the control.
Utilize this to go away, and look at the flank from NB.
I'm surprised they didn't do that faster. Surprised they didn't do that faster, but oh, oh, goodness, baby!
He's fully
way to save the round.
Dawn finally gets that kill back.
Holy shit!
At the exact same time,
well done.
And just like that, Envy with players on the flank, they readjust, they hustle their way back to A, and just like that, well, those are the players that make it work.
You saw the idea from T1 is that you saw the Seekers go back behind you. I think they were anticipating that they weren't that, like, or they were a little bit closer on that flank and they would have had better timing, but no, they were just hovering around that mark.
Oh, is Ethan DCing a bunch? Internet problems, probably.
From Envy, those 3 players, Victor, FNS, and Marv, ready to dance back to that A side.
100 Thieves just never lucky, you know?
6-5, last round of this half. Automatic
or
has got to judge.
rather, unlucky, really.
Into the site. But it's Envy.
That makes more sense.
Will use the early Viper Spit to take full A short control, and that makes it even more difficult for that blast back kind of play.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do here if you're automatic. You just kind of chill out. There's 2 people right in the middle of smoke too. 1 person watching out towards bathroom. T1 just biding out their time. And there's not much for them to really bide either. It does look like they're trying to readjust their positions back over towards B though.
I'd hope so. You know, you don't want to really walk into a Viper's pit like that. Marv there as well, so if there were a paranoia to try and clear it out, Marv would just instantly respond back with one of his own. They're still worried about showers. I mean, that Viper's wall up as well kind of prohibits and restricts the vision that Envy can get towards showers. So it's a gamble, I'd say, for Victor to rotate back, but I think he's confident enough that there's no showers presence, and instead it is going to be a B hit here from Envy. However, or apologies, T1, we saw how they kind of bailed out in that last round. They could do it here again. Brax showing some presence, trying to at least bring rotation
Hoodie org.
side, or at least the focus from Envy.
Hoodie org.
Reality, they're ready for the burst play. Brax is back with his team. Here they come, T1.
Here they come. Envy. They have 2 players to try to hold this back. What a setup! So much aggressive util, and there's still 2 players remaining in this corner. Brax, watch out for him. Watch out for Victor in the middle of the site. He's gonna be able to get himself 2. He's gonna be able to get himself 3. What a crossfire from Victor! And the 2 players, Ahuka, will they hold it down, Sully? Envy, a lock jaw hold is theirs, and they tie up the scoreline 6-6 going into the second half.
Yeah, it's completely.
Let me fill for 100 Thieves. Give me in there.
All the attention is drawn to crashies as Victor just sits in that corner for the 3K. Perfectly done from Envy to close out the half. Keeping things tied 6-6 moving forward. T1, all the advantage.
That would be a very big mistake.
They had almost a perfect read. But again, Envy, they gambled. They took the gamble that no one was going to be showers, and Victor took it right. He landed on green, and Envy, they close out the half again on kind of a sweet note, despite the half being super sour for them, similar to that first map of Split. T1, this is their favorite side, though. A 94% win rate across the 2 best-of-3s they've played. This is it for them, T1. We'll see if they can lock it down here as Envy approach on the attack.
Again, T1, they have proved themselves worthy of making it through to close qualifiers like this. But Envy...
Do you play Sky? No. I'm really bad with Sky, actually. I'm very bad with Sky.
They faced off against X-Sets and Sentinels. In the open brackets, T1, they can have a little bit cooler of a time. But if they win this one out, Sully, we hyped it up for a reason. If these guys win this game, this is quite the statement that T1 is actually here to stay at around the top 10 region of NA. Let's see
Job
what
ain't
T1
done
can
just
actually
yet.
do. Yeah,
Job ain't done. 7 more rounds
Job
to
ain't
go.
done.
T1. Victor. Making that spot. Great boom, but that'll delay it by a little bit of time. And I love the nade. The fade away from Automatic does a phenomenal job. And a Skadoodle in the back as well to support. A great hold already from T1. But Envy, we know they can break it down. Slow warp to try and catch Automatic, but instead
It's really good
I think
utility
it'll push
usage.
coming
They
towards them
stopped
by
a full
themselves.
rush.
And now
Look
the
at
push
this.
is being
Look at the time.
disrupted. How do
35
Envy
seconds.
try
They got to
and
do
reset
something.
now that they know rotations are on
But
their
they
way?
stopped it like easy.
30 seconds left.
it's gonna be slow to say the least, Sully. They already have one person
But what-
starting to inch their way over towards A.
They're selling a
It might
fake
be
with
in their own
Sova.
heads that the rotations are going down. No, it could just be a fake.
Nice
Here
shot.
we go, though. Automatic gonna be able to get a kill back onto
Nice.
Marv. There's still one in the back of sight. That's Skadoodle taking
Oh.
down Victor. Still with that trade. And this
Too many
site
bullets
is
to
one
kill that
open,
guy.
Done and dusted. The spike is down.
10 seconds
Ooh,
left.
shock dart though, not gonna be enough
Whoa,
to deny it. Only is just a single Brax. Recon Bolt, not a lot of info. That guiding light trying to set them up, but nobody's caught full blinded, and it's a deadly crossfire here. Mummay sitting around that
the
corner,
HP.
but look at the HP.
Oh my God.
HP
Oh my
is so
God.
lit. It's on. He's gonna find another.
What?
From the grave, Dawn has just won them.
Finesse!
Brax got the final
You
kill,
ran
but it was
into a Molotov.
1v1, 'cause Dawn
Or snakebite or
somehow
whatever.
Gets it. What?
Oh
What?
no.
We need a replay. Where did he even run into to catch on that snake bite? That was insane. That. I mentioned like cheese earlier or just one-off plays, and that was it, Sully. Why not? From beyond the grave, it's a Red Bull clutch. It's a 1v2 that ended up getting pulled off, and I mean, we just kind of get to see the flow of the round. What happened here? Oh no!
Remaining.
My.
That's how he
goodness,
died.
FNS.
He didn't think. Oh
Really a 2v1
no.
because Dawn.
Oh, that
is
hurts.
still supporting his team. That's a
Technically.
true team player. That's a team
Finesse.
player right there. Wow.
Finesse.
Envy. That is
Banana.
a calamity to lose a round like that, and now they're
Calamity.
because of it. T1 back with a full buy, and Envy have to approach here on the attack.
What is going to be the response? Sully, they have invested quite a bit into this round for sure. But look at the setup from T1. They have Skadoodle on top of
Brax
Shaw,
started
and
himself.
They have them lineups going. Brax had to get held up a little bit, but he's back. And look at the amount of util being expended here on site. And I
Yeah.
don't really think is going to equate into too much control from T1. It is lost cause here for T1. Envy has an immediate plan.
Yeah, so much util dropped out from Envy to lock it up right there.
Okay,
Viper
they
wants
know
to
bench
save
is
those
clear
towards
with
U-Haul,
that nade.
making it very difficult. Automatic will clear out the close.
One by
couple
one.
outside
Bench is
showers.
cleared. One showers.
Right by Shroud and Mummay. He's up close with just a frenzy. It's pistols for Envy, but it's been good so far. Is it good enough to close it out?
Nice. They got the showers guy.
Dawn still going in, gonna be able to take down yet another one, and Mummay and Automatic back on
Good smoke.
Victor over in short. And just
They
like
got
that,
it. They
these
got
last
it.
two players from Envy have been choked out over towards short. It's gonna have to be Marv to
Well
pull
done.
off an insane 1v4, blind through smoke, and that was very simple util usage to actually regain that site back. Very well done.
Yeah, I mean, T1, they just work together. They know that they have the
One by one. That's all you got to do. One by one. Clear your angles. Call what's clear.
Using a paranoia,
Bench
kinda
clear.
clearing
Showers
angles
clear.
with
Smoke
utility,
short.
and
Use clear.
effectively
They're
taking
short.
T1 and
Like
then
Cubby's clear. Like
eighth.
one by one. That's all it
They
takes.
put a lot in that round. Utility, weapons as well. They're back to another eco, and this is a dire straits, I'd say, for Envy. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but at this point, you really need to start turning it up a notch, or else you might find yourselves in a 2-0 situation where you lose this series because you start to lose ground. You
I love
start
the
to lose
jump
economy
clears.
game, and things start to take a turn for the worse.
Yeah, it's gonna be dire straits for Envy, because again, this is a free bonus for T1 essentially.
Yeah.
They're holding on to the SMGs for what is 2-3
Dicey
rounds.
might come in
Definitely
for
not
Ethan.
back by
Yeah.
next round. Yeah.
Well,
it's-
if Dicey
it's
plays for
free,
Ethan,
though.
we
Let's
got to
see if
find
Envy can take
a
away
new
really
player on
any
our
of these
qualifier
SMGs.
team.
Skadoodle unscoped, doing a pretty good job. Taking down his opponent over towards bathroom. Finally, Marv is a little bit more of an issue. Turns around, takes down Mummay. Now it's just Marv now in a
Oh.
1v5. Gonna be able to take down one. But that's really all that he could ask for. As Curry comes in from heaven, takes him down. And it's a nice, but also not so nice score for Envy of 6-9. Rifles are back in the hands of Envy, though, Sully, like we mentioned. But this could just be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
There's 4 Spectres saved up here from T1. Dawn, the only one reinvesting into a rifle, really.
Is Dicey still on 100 Thieves?
Straw that breaks the camels back.
That true?
This is the round that might decide the future.
Is he
of the
still
series.
on the team?
You lose this envy. You have no
No way,
credits to
right?
purchase up in the next one. Well, you have a little bit because you're at max loss bonus, but you're battling an uphill fight. The boulder on your
Oh, he
back,
is.
and
Oh,
it's so
shit.
difficult here in the up.
Oh,
It's just gonna
wow.
make it 10
Okay, well then
times
we
harder
could
to
have. Then we
work
could
in
never
the
actually.
side. Ult comes out to
We wanted
play.
to ask him. We
No
wanted to ask
space
him
will
to
be
join our
allowed
team for the
here by
qualifier, but
Envy as
that's not
T1
gonna happen, obviously,
completely dominating the A short game.
because he's already on
They
the
wanna
team.
split back into A. It's really not going to get split. It's full focus to Shroud.
Fuck, who are we gonna get it for our qualifier team? It's me, Sean, and Jordan. I think we need 2 more people. We're screwed.
And remember, Sully, this is such a pivotal round. Envy want to fight for this. They're going right into short, still with a little bit of utility. It could just be empty noise, could just be a little bit of empty pressure. But from a boom bot being expended, it's a little bit rough too. They're still fighting for it.
Yeah, I think they expect it. I mean, a paranoia comes out from Skadoodle to force these players back. A trailblazer deep into A showers.
The
Look at
squids.
this, the seekers are going back.
The squids are coming.
I'm not too sure what Curry's idea is here. He's made that rotation so much noise, but they're not committed. They can take the shower CB, but it is such a huge risk. T1 are playing a very risky game right now. This is not something you want to see in such a crucial round.
No, this entire time we're only seeing 2 players here on this A
I don't think
side.
this is risky at all.
Envy can go anywhere.
They're
They have
dominating
no
control of
Bathroom
short, even if they
whatsoever.
take
And there you
showers.
go. Bathroom
In order
is the
for
route
Envy
here
to
for
win, they have to push
And
through
always
spawn.
lost
They gotta take.
T1, except
They gotta
for
take
short.
so
Forced
much
to kill off those
space
2
that's gonna be
players
so
there.
hard for
Let's see
them.
what happens though off of this.
I think
Envy
this is
still
really,
fighting
really good for
it.
T1.
Skadoodle
Look, they
gonna
gotta
be able
take
to get a
spawn,
big kill onto
exactly.
crashies. Victor just
Caught.
running right into spawn. Gets himself a big kill onto Brax. Automatic going right into the middle of the pit. Gonna be able to take down one in FNS. Still that showstopper going right into the middle of the cloud, but not gonna be able to find anything. Victor with a big kill. 2v3
Well done by Envy.
for Envy at the
T1
moment.
should have been aware of
Now
that,
Dawn
though.
has been left out
That
of
should have
the
been a
Viper's
protocol
pit and
set in
outside
their
of the
play.
spike plant reach. This is all
If you
too
take
tough now.
short
Dawn
control and they
Skadoodle
go
trying to make
showers,
their way
5
through.
showers,
And
they're gonna push
yeah, it's too
spawn.
much to deal with.
They're gonna
Victor
go
gonna be able
up
to get
into
2
heaven.
more at the
They're gonna
end.
take your. They're gonna
4
take
on the
spawn
round,
from
and
you
it's a
because that's the
huge
only
round
thing
for
they
Envy.
can take.
Yeah, I mean, that is just
They gotta have a
absurd coming
protocol
out
for
from
that. They were not
T1.
aware of it.
Early
Brax was just
rotations,
aiming up in the
I'm
sky,
still
shooting a
confused
dart.
by it, but Envy, they make the read.
That's so
figure out that
uncharacteristic of
Viper's back.
Brax.
They don't
Like,
really even clear it out. They kind of just
Oh.
reroute themselves back towards showers, knowing that focus is going to be there. But to have that constricted kind of style on that A site, to know that your back is always going to be watched by a Viper, possibly with that Viper spit going up, it's amazing that Envy are able to pull it out. They use a Viper spit of their own, obviously, to counter back. So effectively, 2 Viper spits going down, and Envy's comes out on top. T1. A round that was so crucial. It could have been, again, like you said, the straw that breaks the camel's back. It's back to the drawing board, and an operator for Curry. He's going to take this op fight, but he's not going to get anything as Yal's
this
gonna
game is so
effectively
good because of what
force him
just
off the
happened in
game
that last
already.
round. That last round is an example of how beautiful Valorant
That's a
is.
good win.
How much you have to
Nice to
adapt
be
and
able
how
to get
much
that
you have to
orb
be
back.
aware of. It's not just like it's not
With the
simple.
recent
It's not a
updates
simple
put in
game.
From patch 3.0, we ended up seeing most characters in this game, their ult points go up to 8. And this is where it could kind of be effective. Around like this, I would like to see that Hunter's Fury go out. But unfortunately, a couple more charges would have to do it. A little bit of a ring on the side, who knows. And Marved early on, though, going to be able to take down Curry. And that's the op going down, Sully, in short.
Yeah, I like that. Marv is able to lurk up after the Trailblazer, only catching FNS deep in the back of A short. So you don't expect Marv to really lurk up that deep. Up not retrieved. It's just 1 kill, 30 seconds left. What's the play? 3 players on this B side going back towards A, and yep, Marv has got the 2nd kill. That's the effectivity of his lurk and powers.
Jeez, Marv just won the
Now they
round
can really put on the pressure.
himself.
T1, it should just be a save, I think, from here.
Yeah, it should just be T1. They've been scrapping a little bit for cash. And this next round was already going to be, you know, super important for them to try to get a couple of kills back and forth to at least make things a little bit more possible. But Envy still sticking around with 5 players. T1, the only real thing that they can do is try to sneak their way into the back of spawn or near spawn to try to get a couple of exit frags. Otherwise, you're absolutely right. It's an 8th round for Envy, and T1 is starting to show some of their gaps.
Good timing mainly from Marv in this round. I
It's a good game.
That's the effectivity of a lurk. That's what a good lurk does. You get timings, you get picks, you open up the site, you cause disruption to the opposing team. And Marv, not alone, but he does win the round with 90% of what he does. And Marv, like you said, on that hunt, I don't think there's much that Envy want to lose here, given their economic state and trying to maximize their guns. Marv, he does end up going down nonetheless. 8-9.
Is that a better way to use the wall? If you have showers control, yeah, why not?
It's a strugglesome battle here because
If you have showers control and you do the default wall, that
situations like this
kind of defeats the purpose of even having anyone shower. They had so much space. They had you and they had shower. Like that wall. Yeah, they didn't even need the wall, to be honest. They just did it as a safety thing, just in case.
Strong buy in their favor, plenty of credits. Now it's now the ball is in their half of the court, and T1 have to try and bring it all the way back.
Standing ahead.
I do find this a little bit interesting. T1 is still trying to supplement a little bit with that buy. You still have a Spectre supporting out, at least in terms of the save in the last round, but otherwise still relatively cut and dry from the amount of util that they had from the last round and from the amount of util that they weren't able to expend considering the fact that they were stuck on B. However, early on, it's Envy still splitting up 2-2 over towards B, and a lot of early util to try to win a hookah here, Sully, and it might. No, it totally works. Oh my word! Actually, no, the util didn't work. Victor.
Holy!
Worked. What a kill from Victor up close, and of course, the far away one was even better. 3 kills going back and forth now for Envy, as now T1 is left out and away of the A site. I'm sorry, of the B site. Oh.
Yeah, and Enemy's just maximizing the old points they can get. You give one to Victor for a showstopper. Give this spike over to Mummay to get the revive online. This is a perfect round for Envy as well. It sets up their economy, sets up their ult points. FNS just looking to be the closer here. If he can get 2 kills of his own, it would be fantastic. And he's already got one of the 2. Skadoodle, though, with a Phantom, it's going to be good to punish. Now, can he get out alive? Victor's watching that flight, but Skadoodle still dancing. He's got a 2 exits. Not going to be too
run, Ska. Run.
Scoreline tying things right back up. And there was a point in time where we were saying this is the round that could break Envy.
Yeah.
Envy stand tall.
Yeah, that was not too long ago. I would like to say
He didn't
like
expect him.
10 minutes ago, we were saying something along the lines of, this is the straw that breaks the camel's back, sir, but not anymore. 3 straight rounds going back for Envy. 3 straight rounds from T1 early on in the half, and we're back to square one, Sully. It's yet another tie scoreline. This one's getting fun.
And this is what you expect from Envy, right? This is what we wanted to see come out.
He could have ulted back and defused. That would have been
the confidence, the
epic.
swagger from a player like Victor, and those lurks from Marv.
There's no way. I don't think he had enough time, but there's no way that you can't risk that. Like, you gotta assume somebody's watching.
Automatic completely missing out on that showstopper. Skadoodle trying to go for a crunch, and it's all for naught. Automatic only with a single kill. There's that second. These nades coming in so useful, but again, another trade back.
Oh my God, he's in heaven.
Teleport.
What a shit show.
Trying to make the most of it.
If Tim dies,
a revive available. Mummay watching this angles might get punished if he's not careful.
I was about to say this could
nice.
turn into a 2v1 for really either team very quickly. But my, oh my, it's just the control of that back line that ends up leaving the spike without their favorite Marv. With that TP over towards back spawn, it could have been left as potentially a little bit of a bait, but instead.
He's dead.
Instead, the Predator, he's right behind him.
What a round.
Makes the loop, takes down Marv, and little did Marv know is that Dawn was just around the corner this entire time.
What a round. Holy shit.
Very fortunate for T1. They'll take that all the way to the bank, Sully. Almost literally. They were on the verge of yet another reset, and now they're here.
Yeah, a little bit of a change of pace from T1. I don't think that's what anyone expected with automatic going so deep. And then a double TP plus a showers push. Great timing from T1. I don't know if that's a read or if that's just a gamble call, but it works out at the very end in Envy. That tied scoreline, it slips away for a moment. Can they bring it back? Last back out from Victor to try and assume early control, but that's a great recon bolt. But do they commit? We know Envy to be a team that just loves to cancel and work their way back into a site. I mean, the salvage run's not even being broken. Nothing's being punished here from T1, and it's open.
Oh, they tried to crunch. They tried to catch him on that crunch into
but now they know there's a TP to get out himself. He sits back in site, automatic there to punish.
Good find.
Timing on Marv, and there goes the lurk, but still 3 players. They're back to the A site. It's up to Skadoodle, and he's got no util to support his team here.
Well, certainly not. It has to be Dawn to try to help out And Skadoodle really just has to go for a couple of frags, but my oh my,
Holy.
it is a fake. Envy is
They
going
got the
back.
res.
They've gone all the way back towards mid. Now, however, they are collecting up
no.
more control of this A site as we go, so it seems like it's in fully their control. Dawn is all the way out in the open, though, and could be able to catch off a frag or two. There goes FNS. He's fully healed, and Envy have full control of site after that Viper wall just goes up at the exact same time. Dawn has covered himself up just to try to get a couple of spray downs, but with a Sage wall, with a Viper wall, with a whole lot of util.
This is a game. Oh my god, this is a
yeah,
game.
And Envy can just play this bow split. Crashies got the Hunter's Fury. Showstopper as well for Victor. It's so difficult if you're T1. You're probably considering a save at this point because your economy's not in the best shape whatsoever. And Envy, they have pulled out the 10th, tying things back up.
Has it started yet?
Save.
Dude, it's awesome. It's awesome that okay, sorry. before I say any more. It's awesome from the viewing perspective that 100 Thieves is delayed and they're swapping players or whatever.
And
it's obviously terrible for them. That sucks. That sucks a lot.
I think it was
but for us viewers, that's awesome.
Over to the other side of the map because of that.
I get to watch this match. This match is going to end. The other one's probably going to start. It's going to be great.
Completely empty, and they would have no clue. That could actually be an opportunity for a crossfire. I'm just theory crafting at this point. Because that last round, there wasn't much to theory craft about. It was just a very clean take.
Damn, they're broke. T1, take a pause.
He's doing
you know you want to.
Attracting a lot of attention.
Yeah, I mean, he was a backdoor. It's like, okay, if you guys want, commit to the B site. If you want, you could come back to A, and he gets.
They don't want to
go back to the A site. So, lurks on lurks on lurks. Marv and FNS, two main players when it comes to that lurking powered. Victor leading the server at the moment, playing out of his mind in this second map to bring Envy to a third. Shock dart and the guiding light cause a little disruption. Information.
I like that. They flashed the drone and killed it, and he didn't get to tag anything. So he didn't get the Sova ult.
Misplay from coming out from T1. I think they might have seen their issues, knowing that the
this is gonna be a hard round for T1. They have so much ground. Oh my god, they have so much ground, so much ults.
Not gonna pay out. Curry, good for the one for
oh, if he gets one more, there's a chance to save it. I think it's another NV round. 11-10, baby.
That same situation again, and Crashies might just make it a little bit easier for the rest of Envy. T1 running into that brick wall where it's Crashies taking another one down and still has the angle. Don and Skadoodle certainly not trying to not trying to dry peek. It's Crashies really just going for a couple of peeks, a couple of jiggle peeks, and potentially finding a
not looking good for T1.
But it's Mummay with a trade kill. 11-10 scoreline going back towards Envy, and Envy now finally have Sully their first lead ever since the first half, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and now T1, they realize, okay, this isn't looking too good. Let's take a moment. Let's breathe. Let's relax and figure out what we need to do. Timeout. First one we've seen all day, and T1 using it at the perfect moment, I feel. This is a tricky play to call because it's Envy that right now they're kind of just playing really quick burst plays, setting themselves up, not really using like crazy default.
Shroud, why pro CS players preferred Valorant over CS?
I think most of the time
I mean,
really poor reads.
mostly about it's probably mostly about money. The players that are staying in Counter-Strike are probably players who are getting paid very, very well. Right? And then the players that swapped from Counter-Strike to Valorant, they probably weren't getting paid as much as if they were to swap to this game. And then, you know, imagine getting paid like being like a tier 2 or tier 3 CS player and getting paid like 5 to 15 grand. And then getting a guarantee of like 10 to 15 by swapping to Valorant. You know, like that's just that's random numbers out of my ass, right? That's just an example.
You know, just the initial formations that they're playing at the moment, the initial positions that they're playing.
And then, of course, there's obviously the some that just like the game. I mean, some people just like it, and that's fine. But I would say mostly money.
I feel like...
And some just like in the game.
If we're seeing a 4-1 split for T1, then I would call it over-rotating. But we haven't seen any of those, you know, too many of those thus far, you know.
I mean, they did it last round, and that's what unfortunately cost them it, so hopefully they don't do it here.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what their IGL is even saying at the moment. Just like, hey, calm it down. Don't make any drastic decisions, because that rotate was definitely drastic.
Hunter's Fury and Showstopper available. It's going to definitely be a set piece for Victor. Takes his contact. If he gets the kill, blast back out. They'll find themselves a 12th, and there it goes. No hunters here to accompany, though. Victor trying to go big and
Oh
going
my
up huge
god.
with another massive kill. Brax still dancing. He needs to come up.
Oh
massive
my
here.
god,
No!
Braxton
And he
Swag
delivered a
Pierce. Oh
second
my
kill,
god,
but it's
finesse, dude.
FNS
Oh my
striking back
god.
for double.
What is
Still,
happening?
The Golden Boys stand strong in Brax.
Brax,
Finding
watch
3
your
kills. He
butthole.
doesn't know one
He's
slip
coming
behind
to.
him, and they
He's
don't even
coming
know
to.
where the commit is gonna be
He's coming to.
taken. Brax has got
He's
no
coming to.
idea where the second
He's
player
coming to.
is. And Crashies.
Not gonna
he
happen,
assumes
though.
It's a fake. Or apologies, not Crashies. Curry
What
assumes
is
it's a
going
fake.
on?
It's the Omen that took the team.
Where?
They
What?
don't
He's
know
in
if it's
elbow.
actually
He's
hit.
in spawn.
Not
He's in
again.
shower. They have no idea
information on
where the
B
sky
side.
is.
This is a disaster. Sully,
30
you're making me
seconds
eat
left.
my words. This is, well, yeah, technically
What
a
is
rotation, but golly gee dang it, Mark.
happening?
He has 8 for free. It's so disastrous, but it's still going to be a 2-on-2. Now for T1 to try to hold it back. Brax is still alive, who currently has a 3K. Certainly making an ace. But look at this crossfire.
I've lost my mind. It's VCT time again, you know? It's getting a little weird, getting a little spicy.
Spawn. Crashies is just going for a contact peek. Marv, they have no clue where he is for now. Marv has actually gone all the way back to U-Haul, so a little bit safer to say the least. Still, Crashies going for the info peek. Finally going to be Marv getting revealed.
Oh.
No, Marv goes out of shorts.
No time.
Curry still trying to go back, and like you said, no time. They gotta go now. Out goes finally the paranoia. Brax watching out for heaven. That thing is down to half, but Crashies finally gets a kill. Back under Curry with the shock dart, and at the exact same time, it's Marv capitalizing on his own target. It's a 12th round for Envy as they try to push this to a 3rd match.
It sucks that Brax isn't the kind of
Oh
player to
my
do
goodness,
this
T1
play,
Calamity
but
again.
what Brax I think needed to do was challenge that guy upper.
And I mean, T1.
Because it came down to a 2v2. One was upper, one was short. And this guy upper was such a pain in their ass, right? If he challenged and won that duel, they win the round. Brax needed to push that guy and just take the 1v1. You know, it's going to be harder getting into the site, trying to deal with 2 different angles at the same time. Better just try 1v1. If you lose, whatever. You're going to lose anyway.
We're activated towards A short.
Oh, well.
How do they
It's tough to
work
make that
it?
judgment
How
call,
will
right?
Short
It's
already
very
goes
tough to
through
make that
Gus.
judgment call.
Dawn is in a tricky position as the guns already blaze. And there they go. 1 to fall, and possibly another to follow.
No way! Dawn still gets the kill! Dawn is still alive.
Oh.
Marv wasn't able to get it.
Oh.
Now
Saying
Curry
it.
coming back, and there you go. T1 is still in it.
Look at this positioning. Automatic. He's watching for the flank. They tap the spike. Shock darts will deny the time. It's timing here. It really is down to timing. Curry can't get swung on here by Victor, but the spike, it's been tapped. Now it's been stuck. 2 players on the flank. Now it's the split attention. Victor and Curry need the crunch. They need the play here. Curry's going to take the heat. They shouldn't expect the flank at all from Automatic, and they don't. Curry looking for the final kill as Crashies in the 1v3. Dink down, and he's got it down
Nope.
to just 2. Shock darts.
Oh,
There's no
no
time.
way.
There's another kill. He's got more to do here as the blast back goes in.
Oh,
Automatic and Crashies.
God.
1v3 to send us to map number 3. We'll be right back.
go, Crashies.
After this break, and Crashies.
Holy sh! Wow. Wow.